Hello everyone, I'm Christina and this is the second part of the last lesson, the chapter we have talked about in the earlier video, and today I'm going to discuss about the theme and the characters in the chapter. And before we get into the details, do subscribe my channel, and if you like the video, don't forget to like it. Talking about the theme of this chapter, a very evident theme is the love for your mother tongue. How important a mother tongue is to the natives. That is the theme of this chapter. How people feel helpless and they struggle to get onto their language once it is gone from them. Like in this chapter, the French people were not given a chance to again think of and learn of their language. They have missed the opportunity to learn their own language, and now because the time has gone, they can't do anything for that, and now they have become helpless. So that is the theme of this chapter. Another theme to it is linguistic chauvinism, where you think linguistic means something related to language, and chauvinism means when you try to show off, you are extremely proud of, in order to that you are demeaning other people, or you don't respect the other languages. The theme of patriotism is also attached to this chapter, where the people are thinking about their nation and how the freedom of language from their nation has been lifted away by the other people. How helpless they feel and what is their condition when they are not able to speak their own language, when they are not able to learn their own language. This was the opportunity which was missed by them. They were guilty of not learning their language, whereas the other nation has come and imposed their own language onto these people. The freedom which has been snatched away by the German people from the French natives to learn their own language, to know their own language, to use their own language. It was more of a slavery than of any imposition. Now, talking of the characters, there were two major characters which are here in this chapter. The first being the teacher, Mr. M. Hamel. He was an elderly teacher because he has been teaching in this school for the past 40 years. He loves his language very dearly. He's too close to his language. He talks of his language in high spirits. He is very positive about his language. He says French is the most beautiful of all languages. It is the most simple of all languages, and he actually respects his language a lot. Talking of his language, he also acknowledges his own mistakes when he himself, being a teacher, was not able to deliver in a proper manner his own language to his students in an excellent way. He acknowledges that. You could see that this character of M. Hamel is a very honest and sincere person. He is sincere for his duties. Why? Because he comes to the class, teaches the students. On the last day, he tells them about their mistakes, about his own mistakes. He is very honest about everything. He talks of even the parents, the villagers who are sitting in the class. He talks of that how lightly they have treated their language, how non-serious they were about their language, and how they have missed the great opportunity to learn and to flourish their language. The attribute given to Mr. M. Hamel is that he was a very hard taskmaster. We see that Franz was very terrified while he was entering into the class because he has not learned his lesson, and he knew that he is going to be punished by the teacher M. Hamel. So we see that the teacher M. Hamel not only teaches, but he also sees to it that the children are learning. So we could say he was a very hard taskmaster. Very evident from the chapter is the emotional quotient which we could see in the master. He cries, he is very emotional at the time while he was leaving the class, while he's talking about his language. He is sentimental at that time. So we could say that M. Hamel was emotional and very sentimental. Now the next major character is Franz, the young boy who is the narrator of the story. He is a normal school-going kid, mischievous also. He did not learn his lesson which was told by master to him, and he was terrified at that moment. See that Franz, being a little boy, was also sensitive. When he learned about that the language is going to go away from them and now no more French will be taught to them, he feels that he starts analyzing his own acts and gestures towards his language, and he realizes his mistake. So he's sensitive, he knows that he has done something wrong, he accepts that, and now this little boy Franz was also patriotic. Why? Because we come to know this by a remark of his when he says that are they going to make the birds also sing in the German language. It means that he knows that how it feels freedom of language is taken away. He also had a loving nature, because when the teacher was going, he felt emotional for him. For him, on the other days, this M. Hamill, the teacher, was very strict and he did not much like him. But when the time arrived that this teacher has to leave, this child, Franz, became very emotional and he thought that the teacher must not leave, and he started missing the teacher. There were other minor characters which on the whole can be called the villagers, and to name some is the old hosier, the gardener, the postmaster. They all were there in that classroom, and in general terms they all were having the same feeling. They were feeling guilty that they had not taken their language so seriously. They were missing their language, and they were all under the stress that this language, their very own language, is going to be taken away from them. This was from the last lesson. I hope this video is going to help you. Before I say bye, don't forget to subscribe the channel and press the like button. Till the time we meet next, happy learning.